Hello, everyone. This is Cynthia Carrasco, your mayor for the city of Alice. It's been a while since I've had a mayor's corner because we've been holding coffee with the mayor, and we're going to go ahead and start again with our mayor's corner. Today's mayor's corner, we do have a special guest that is our fire chief, Mr. Patrick Thomas. Amongst that title, he wears so many other hats within our community, our city, and we're so appreciative for everything he does. Mr. Thomas?
Yes, Mayor, thank you for having
me. Right?
Thank you for having me again, Mayor, and I enjoy coming out here and informing the residents on the different projects and different initiatives that we have. So I'm glad that you have me here today, Mayor, so we can update the residents on some of the things that we're working on.
There's a project that's been in the works for a while, and this has come. Everything is mainly our citizens, that drive some of our decisions, trying to do what's best for our community, for our city. And I know that one of the things that has come up, aside from our streets and infrastructure, is the debris that is out there throughout the alleys, the city, throughout our city. And speaking of that, our employees, our staff, our administration, our city manager have all come together, and we were fortunate enough to be introduced by a company that you had worked with.
Right. So, and as the mayor stated, we do, we do listen, and I know sometimes it doesn't seem like we move fast enough, but we are listening, and sometimes these things take time to work on these projects and get, these things accomplished. And so what the mayor is talking about is our brush and bulky items that we have on throughout our city. We know, we hear it, we see it, it's out there. We need to get it cleaned up, and we're working on that. And so what the mayor's talking about is we do have a company that we're working with that we've called, we called in some reinforcements, just to help us catch up on some of the stuff that is out there. We did have some storms come through. We did have some there's just been a lot of an overload of brush and bulky items out there. So we are working on a plan to a couple different ways to address it. We are calling in some reinforcements to help us. We don't have enough equipment, or some of our equipment was down for a little bit, so it kind of put us behind, and so we needed some help. So we've got this company coming in to help. So don't be alarmed if you see a company out there picking up items. They're contracted through us to help us catch up on some of this stuff. But we're also looking at
more information, though, as it
more details will come out. We're still working through some of that, and expected it'll probably be on some additional information from the mayor, from the city, on our city's Facebook pages and website. So be on the lookout for that. We're really excited about it. Trying to get this project completed. And in addition to that, we're looking at some of our procedures and our ordinances, and updating some of that stuff, so that way we can make sure that we don't falling back into the same situation again. But we do need the residents' help as well. It's not all the responsibility falls on the city. Some of it's on the resident too, to know when you can put brushy items out, when you can put the bulky items out as well.
We can't do this without your help. It's going to be teamwork with the city and with our citizens. There's services that we are offering currently, but like you said, with storms and different events and equipment, all this just accumulated. So now we're trying to get back on track. So we do have, through ordinance, through our policies, certain ways of handling this, and it's only twice. Well, you might
Yes, twice a year. The way our ordinance reads is that every year all our residents get a pickup of brush twice a year. And then you also get a bulky item or mixed debris item pickup once a year. And so that schedule is maintained by our sanitation department. And so we're going to put our number up at the bottom of the screen, so that way you guys, if you want to know where they're at, what on the schedule, or when it's okay for you to put something out, you can call that number, and they should be able to get you that information. So be on the lookout for that phone number here at the bottom of the screen. So the 2 pickups of brush and 1 pickup of the large bulky items.
And kind of just to define what brush pickup means, because we've seen it where, our citizens say, well, they said to put it out on the curb or put it out in the alley, whatever it is. It's brush pickup only, and that is,
So brush is just tree limbs, tree limbs, tree trimmings, nothing else mixed into that. So it's got to be complete vegetation, and that's a brush pickup. Your bulky items are going to be things like large items, maybe a piece of furniture. We do take some appliances at the landfill or with that pickup that would be, I believe they told us if it was a refrigerator, it has to be drained of the Freon, and there has to be some sort of documentation proving that. And so
that it was removed.
Right, there's some paint. They will take some paint if it is in a dry state. So open the paint, leave it out in the sun, and let it dry up, and then you can put that in that pile as well. Remember, this large items, these bulky items are only once a year, so you should only have that out in your yard once per year. So
And at the designated time, which we will put forth, moving on from this point on, along with the brush. It's only brush, and it's only twice a year. So those dates will be in the future put out there. Notices will go out to our citizens to let you know when those type of pickups will be happening within your area. And that's something that we're going to work on to be a little bit more all on one page so that we all have the same information.
right, so again, it's a work in progress. We're just excited, so we're kind of wanting to get this information out to you guys. So one, you can get ready and be prepared to see these trucks coming through. But we're excited about it. And again, as the mayor stated, it's a team. I mean, we need the citizens' help with this to make this happen and keep our community looking as beautiful as it is, and keep it looking beautiful.
We're working hard to try to improve everything. So the one thing that I wanted to mention is a lot of times some of our citizens don't know that you have an easement on your property that's towards the back of your property, and it's maybe in the alleyway. It's that's still part of your property that you maintain. The city does not maintain those. So a lot of people, and I myself didn't know at one time when I had a property over here on Third, and a neighbor said, "Why don't you ever mow that?" And I was like, "What?" I never knew that beyond my fence, was that easement that I was responsible for. So a lot of times you may not be aware, and so we're trying to get this information out to let you know that, even though it's in an alley, it's behind your fence line, you have so many feet that you are responsible for maintaining, cleaning, mowing, and keeping debris off of that area. And the front, your sidewalks, the overgrowth, trying to keep that within your area.
Yes, Mayor, you're correct. It is a responsibility of the property owner to maintain those easements, whether it be the front or the back. It's not, and so we do get phone calls on that a lot, where people are a little confused on what the ordinance says, and it's very clear that it is the property owner's responsibility to maintain that and not the city's responsibility to do that.
And I want to reiterate and just, we're trying to catch up. This is why we've teamed up with this company to try to do the best we can on a cleanup, and then from that point on, remain on a constant cycle as best as possible, provided there's no disasters or special events that happen. So brush pickup twice a year, and the mixed debris or bulk debris is only once a year. And we will have those schedules in the near future so that everyone knows when that will be happening. Once we've got all this taken care of and organized and information put out to our citizens, I just want to make it very clear that we will be going out and placing notices if you have debris in front of your house or in your yard or in the alley and it's not your time to have that pickup. We will be giving you a notice to say that you're outside of your time frame for pickup. You have 3 days to get that taken care of. There are special pickups that you can arrange if for some reason you happen to have to trim your trees or do something. that they do offer a special pickup. It does come at a cost. It's at minimum $125. It can go up depending on the weight, the bulk, and
Right, and I would suggest, again, call the sanitation department to figure out if it's, what you have is over that minimum charge. But there's a $125 charge for a special pickup. That's any pickup that's outside of their normal route. You call that number. So if it is going to be a higher amount, they'll let you know ahead of time. But yes.
and we'll display the number.
Yeah, the number will be displayed at the bottom of the screen, so that way you guys can write it down. But it is our sanitation department. All right.
And anything else that you would like to address?
No, that's pretty much it. We're working together again, as the mayor stated. Here in the near future, once we are on track, and we've got our schedule out there. If you're putting things out there outside of your schedule, there will be notices and citations issued. And it's nothing personal or anything. We just want to keep our city beautiful, and so we're asking for the community support to make this happen, because it has to be a team that keeps this city looking beautiful.
Yes. And another thing I'd like to remind everyone is we do have a bond election happening currently. We're still in early voting. We have early voting happening between now and the 31st, October 30 and 31st will be from 7 to 7. And it's at the Jim Wells County Elections Office. That's at 601 East Main Street here downtown at Suite 140. So it's here downtown across from the little park here, Health Park, catty corner of City Hall at 601 East Main Street, Suite 140, and that's happening between now and the 31st, and the 30th and 31st is 7 to 7. The propositions that are out there, it's Proposition A. This is a tax increase, the issuance of bonds in the amount of $9 million for street improvements and the levy of taxes sufficient to pay the principal of interest on the bonds. The other one is City of Alice Proposition B. This is a tax increase, the issuance of bonds in the amount of $1 million for parks, recreation, and open space improvements, and the levy of taxes sufficient to pay the principal of and interest on the bonds. So this is a $9 million bond and a $1 million. The $9 million is for streets and street improvements, and the second one for $1 million is for parks, recreation, and open space improvements. I just hope you can get out to vote. It's early voting right now, and then Election Day will be November 4th. And go out and vote. And I'll see you next time at the next Mayor's Corner, and hopefully with better, more updates with the zones and time frames and dates. So till then, y'all stay safe. Happy Halloween. Enjoy your holiday. And we'll talk soon. And again, thank y'all so much, and thank you. We want to be a team and work together to make this a success. Thank you. Bye-bye.